So today we're going to be deep diving into exercising, periods and everything in between, because you know the way you exercise does influence your period. So if you are doing lots and lots of HIIT workouts, that is inevitably going to affect your hormones, which affects your period. Okay, so why should you be listening to me? Why should you take on my advice? Is one, I used to be an athlete, so I understand what it looks and feels like to really train to be in the sport. Two, I am a personal trainer and wellness coach, but all mixed in one. I am a confidence coach and I really help you to feel confident in your body, your mind and your soul. And three, I am undertaking a course that helps me to become a period coach, women's coach, all in one, like life and women's coach. So that is why I'm researching, I'm taking on information from that course to really give to you guys that information to help you with your mind, body and soul, and specifically today about exercising and periods, because it is something like if you want to like get into the space of like your fitness journey and everything like that, or you're working out and you feel like you're doing a lot of HIIT or you're just not getting the results that you want to. It could be the way you're exercising, it could be your hormones as well. So a couple of things that I wanna say on that note as well is that, you know, the PMS symptoms, the mood swings, the bloating and everything like that, yes, it is a common thing that we have, but it's actually not a normal symptom. That's what I'm looking for. It's not a common symptom that we meant to have. We're actually meant to have normal periods that we don't really feel, that don't make us bloated, that don't make us moody, that don't make us shitty to our boyfriends or fucking feel like we've got a knife up there in when we're cramping and everything like that. So I've written some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that is why. But I'm going to give you a rundown through what is happening during your cycle with your hormones and everything like that on your period. So this is just a 28-day period, give or take. So what's going to be happening in the first half of your cycle is our hormone estrogen is going to be rising. Okay, now our hormone estrogen looks after our skin, looks after our brain, looks after our energy levels and everything like that. Okay, it helps us really feel the way that we do, and especially in the first half of our cycle, so after our period especially, we typically feel more energized, we feel more strong, we feel like we can do anything and everything like that. Okay, so that's why estrogen is rising. Okay, that's the reason why estrogen is rising. As soon as we hit our ovulation or just after ovulation, estrogen begins to fall. Okay, estrogen begins to fall and progesterone begins to rise. So that's a hormone that really looks after your metabolism, looks after your anxiety, looks after your mood, helps us with the offset of the estrogen dropping. So if you feel like you've got a lot of mood swings, you're quite moody, you're PMSing, you're bloating, you kind of feel anxious, kind of feeling nervous, you know, can't really get to sleep all too easy, those sort of symptoms, it could be a sign that you don't have enough progesterone and or too much estrogen. Okay, so you want to really look at that and look at balancing your hormones first before you start thinking, fuck, something's like really, really wrong with me, I'm the only one going through this, or this is just part of me being a woman. It's actually not. It's not. It's quite the opposite. Okay, so this can be empowering. I'm not giving you this information to be like, okay, fuck, I've got work to do. I want to give you this information to really show you that, hey, one, you can have a great period. You can really bring this feeling out of loving your period, loving yourself as a woman and getting into that feeling rather than being scared about that time of the month because you fucking hate being on your period, you're not looking forward to it and everything like that. Like, that's not what I'm providing you this information for. I just want you to have the tools, the knowledge and awareness to be like, okay, this is what I can look to, this is what I can fix, these are the tools that I can use. I'm not alone in this. Like, there's actually some hope in me for it, because if we think about it, we have our periods once every month. We're gonna have a long life, guys. We just want to make sure that, yeah, we're having a good period, because part of having our periods is part of it being a woman. So you want to enjoy being a woman, right? right? At least I do. So what you want to do to really help yourself on your period is two things. One, maybe is it something energetically that you need to release? Is there something that you are holding on to, something that you're just not letting go of, or something that you're not speaking your truth with, or something like that, okay? We can hold on to things, and that can show up energetically with bloating, with moodiness, with a lot of other things, with water retention that can influence, you know, not having a great period. And our brain is connected to our ovaries. There's a part in our brain that's connected to our ovaries. They have a communication pathway. This just means that any trauma that you have, any stresses that you're going through, anything that's like be up here, is going to show up in your period. Your period can be like a monthly report card that you're like, yep, this is good, or no, something's like not really right here. Maybe I just need to give myself some more tender loving care. I just need to do a bit of releasing, or you can do something a bit more nutritionally. So that's one of the two. That's the second thing that you can do. Something a bit more nutritionally that can help you just really balance your hormones, get your hormones right, and help you to get your period right. Which can be, maybe is it having more veggies? Is it taking something out of your diet? I can't really say those specific things because I don't want to generalize, because I can't diagnose on here. So if you have any questions with that, just let me know, and then we can sort of like have a message, have a call, and then we can go through that. But there are a few things that you can go through. Releasing work, just really getting any fear that you're holding onto, any past thing that you're holding onto, or any fear of the future that you're holding, like you're really attaching to, that can show up in your period. Any stresses, any trauma, that can show up in your period. Just making sure that nutritionally you're doing things that are right for you. If you feel like, maybe I shouldn't be having this, maybe you should cut it out. Like caffeine would be a big thing as well. Cutting out caffeine, because it invokes that stress response, and adding more stress when you maybe have estrogen dominance or low progesterone could not be the best thing for you. That being said, you might have other symptoms. You might have high cortisol, low cortisol, which is that stress hormone. You could have excess androgens. I'm not going to get into the point, like into all of them, but I just want to give you a generic run through of, hey, there is a lot going on in our body. We're pretty much all connected. So it's going to show up in your period. So your period can be a sign of something else going on, which we want to look at. And I want to empower you to look at, rather than saying, fuck, it's just me being a woman. This is just going to be my life. Don't want you to feel that way. So the type of workout, I'm going to give you the type of workout. We're just going to base it period and exercise this time around. If you want me to do any other types of videos, if you want me to go into different topics, then let me know. But for this one, I'm going to be talking about different phases of your cycle and the workouts that you can do during those different phases of your cycle. So during your period, I'm going to start there. This is typically when we are releasing a lot of stuff. Periods, energetically, you're releasing a lot of stuff. So if you've got some emotion coming up, anything like that, just typically release it all. So during this time, probably don't want to hit our PBs if you're going to the gym. Do hit workouts if you're going to a group class or doing it on YouTube or something like that. You just want to do sort of light stuff, and you really want to listen to your body. The main thing with this whole video is to listen to your body. What foods do you need to eat? What kind of supplements do you need to take? How do you want to move your body and do something for your mind, your body, your soul that is really going to help you overall holistically, because your period is a sign of full health. Like how your periods are, what they are like, is a sign of full health. Okay, so this is just extra knowledge to empower you to be like, hey, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. So during that period phase, generally lighter workouts, so maybe more Pilates, maybe yoga, taking a nap, going for a walk, doing a nice light swim at the beach or in the pool or something like that. Generally more lighter workouts. After your period, this is your follicular phase heading into ovulation. Okay, so estrogen is rising, you're getting stronger, you're more energized and everything like that. This is where you can go hard in the gym. Like you can freaking bicep 40 kilos, bicep curl 40 kilos, whatever you want to do, right? Obviously within reason, you don't want to slog yourself. There's a difference between going hard, getting your PB, really feeling strong, and complete killing yourself just because you're in your ovulation phase. Like there is a difference, because that's going to show up in your luteal phase and heading into your period. That's going to show up in your next period or 3 months down the track. If like something like stressful happened like 3 months earlier, that might show up in this period, like this time around. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I might go into that in a bit more detail why in another episode if you're interested in that. Okay, so don't slog yourself, okay? Going hard within reason. That's your ovulation phase. You can go do your HIIT workouts, push and like burn yourself a little bit more, like during Pilates, during yoga, during weight session, maybe going for a run more or going for a jog or doing something like a bit more higher intensity, because that's going to help you with your results during this phase of your cycle. Okay, so if you want to see more results, going a little bit harder, doing something a little bit more intense during this phase is definitely going to help you. Luteal phase and heading into your period, same thing. So after ovulation, this is where progesterone is rising and estrogen is falling. So during this time of your cycle, what you want to do is again lighter workouts. So maybe going a little bit lighter in the gym, not pushing as heavy with the weights, or going lighter in Pilates, not doing as intense of a run or as intense of a swim or as intense of a bar class or whatever it is, and just really tuning into your body. Like during this time, you're gonna feel a little bit more weaker, more lethargic, more like it's all good, it's all kind of chill. So generally you don't want to like push yourself too much, because you might find that you might reverse the effects of and the results of what you want to seeing the results. I don't think I made sense just then. So you might actually reverse the I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say in my head. You know when you get that feeling of, you know, when you try and like the words are not coming out properly, but your brain's like it's anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, if you slog yourself during the second half of your cycle, like push yourself doing HIIT workouts and really pushing yourself like to the brim, to the bone, till like you might want to vomit, it's actually going to have the reverse effect of what you want to do. We got there. So just keeping that in mind, because during the first half of your cycle, this is another nugget, during the first half of your cycle, your metabolism is slower. So during your ovulation and your follicular phase, you can work with your body to speed it up, okay? During the second half of your cycle, your metabolism is at its fastest, okay? Progesterone controls metabolism, it speeds it up. Okay, that's why you might generally feel hungrier, not have cravings, feel hungrier, and that's why you can really work to your body. Okay, that's why we don't want to do too many HIIT workouts, like push ourselves to the brim, push ourselves to the bone, because you're just going to worsen the effects. Okay, that's when you're going to imbalance, make your hormones just be imbalanced. It's not going to be good. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, when we're looking at like HIIT group classes and everything like that, maybe F45, CrossFit, whatever, they're not keeping that in mind to the woman's body and the women, our cycle. Okay, so I want to empower you so you can keep that in mind. So maybe if you're going to F45 and you love it, keep going, don't stop. But maybe during the second half of your cycle, when you're feeling a little bit tired, just taking it back a little bit. I know how intense those classes are. I was an instructor there, and I think I did 2 classes in my life, but I'm just saying I was an instructor there. So I know how intense it is. So I just want to make sure that you are equipped with the tools and you're like, okay, actually my body's like, no, I just want to like take it a little bit more chill. So do that. You'll find that you'll get the results that you want to quicker. You'll feel better in your body. You'll feel lighter. You won't feel like you're hitting a plateau. You'll get the results faster. You won't feel like you've hit a plateau, like I said before. They're the main things that I help my clients with, is just understanding their body, understanding how their hormones work and everything like that, helping them with nutritionally, energetically, because those 2 things are combined. And you'll find that if you release something that you've just been stressed about, you've been triggered, past trauma or whatever, big or small, if you release that, you'll find that just that release energetically helps you physically. Okay, helps you with your bloating, helps you with the mood swings, everything like that. Nutritionally, definitely can help, and it is a sustainable and a lifestyle. It just might take a little bit longer. So combining those 2 can really bring a massive impact to your life, to your period, to how you feel in your body. That's the main thing that I do with my clients, and I just teach them, I coach them on how they should be moving their bodies during each phase of their cycle. And I try to empower them to want to do that and to show them how to do that. So yeah, if you have any questions, please comment below. If you like this type of video, I would love a subscribe, for you to hit subscribe, because it's a small channel so far, but I really want to empower other women to live authentically, live confidently, and especially with this type of stuff, like it's not known. Only a few people are really sharing about it, and it's only really building it up. But I think we're all, as women, quite interested in learning about our periods, in learning about how we can really help ourselves. So you would be doing a massive favor to me and to other women who you can share this with as well. So hitting like, hitting subscribe, it definitely goes a long way. Thank you so much for watching and getting to the end, and I'll see and speak to you soon. Bye.